What up, y'all? It's your boy Ben here, back at it again with another Pokemon Pocket video for you all. As you've probably seen, Shining Revelry is here, so just kind of want to get through like our thoughts on like what these new cards are. There's literally 78 diamond cards, 25 star cards and their rare counterparts, and 16 shiny counterpart cards. Their massive number here is 111 brand spanking new cards for this set. So we're just gonna like go through them and look at them and just get ready to cook, so that way once our release drops, you know, just hours away from when you all see this video, we're gonna start cooking with those decks and get those ready for you all to watch as well. So as always, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and definitely click the notification bell button, hitting 10,000 subscribers before June gets here, and you all can make that happen. So let's through this. E2B is here. That is the deck name. That's great. And we got cards. So we have a Weedle, Kakuna, and a Beedrill. Weedrill is pretty cool here. Put one random Weedle from your deck onto your bench, and then Kakuna, flipping heads here, the Pokemon is now paralyzed. Paralyzed means they can't retreat, can't attack, so that's pretty good. It stays for one turn, but like that can buy you enough time just to get right into your Beedrill here. That Beedrill, 80 damage for 2 energy. It like curves really nicely here for just that 1 energy. Discarding a energy from your opponent's active Pokemon and then pairing up with some of the supporters that we see later on is pretty sweet. So Sprigatito is here, and Sprigatito is pretty cool. I like this. Put 1 random grass energy Pokemon from your deck into your hand. This just means that your grass Pokemon are going to be it's gonna be just more consistency, right? You're just drawing cards, so looking for your stage 1s and your stage 2s can be easier with Sprigatito and the Metascarda line. Metascarda here, 2 grass energy. If this opponent said active Pokemon is an EX, this attack does 70 more damage. So dealing 130 to an EX-mon as a basic. Yes, it's a stage 2, but the basic is pretty strong here. 60 damage to just like a non-EX still feels better than having our Tauros that only deals 40. So I'm okay with a 60 here. Definitely giving it a little bit more oomph behind it as a stage 2. Feels pretty good in that sense. And then we have Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard EX. I don't see why you would run the other 2 Charmanders, right? Or like the Charmander, Charmeleon, because this Charmander only requires 1 energy to attack, and it deals 20 rather than 30, but you don't discard your energy, so you get to keep it. And then Charmeleon is 2 energy instead of requiring 3, and then you can attack for 40 here. So like that's really nice here. And then that puts you at 2 energy. You hit the 3rd energy, you're stoking, you're up to 6 energy at that point. And so you're ready to go with your Steam Artillery moving forward from there. So it's a very, very smooth curve from here. You could even curve, quite honestly, into old Charizard EX with these Charmander, Charmeleon, because it just goes 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th hit is like that big boom. So that's pretty cool in terms of doing that. But then at that point, if you're running old Charizard, you might as well run ramp. So this is like thinking of like if you're running non-ramp Charizard EX, this is definitely the go-to for it. And like having these curves where you can still attack pretty normally is pretty sweet. We got Magmortar, Smoke Bomb. I kind of love the names here. It's like Smoke Screen. And the opponent has to flip. If they can't get heads, they don't attack. And that thing, the piece about these kind of effects is that they don't disappear unless you retreat or evolve. That's the interesting part about this kind of card here. And then we got the Paldean Tauros, a basic fire type. Maybe we run this with the Charizard EX because like you only need 1 energy to stoke it up, and then you're attacking here. So maybe you put your 3 energies on this, but 3 energy needing to get going here, it does a lot, right? So maybe Moltres, I don't know. But we're getting some Tentacruels, some Float Souls. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's pretty cool. Well, Trio EX, I'm so excited to play with this guy. Pop through route, similar feel to like what Dragonite is. You're going to be doing 50 damage 3 times. Dondozo is like calling your name as like a Misty card here. You get that 4 energy, you throw that Manaphy on there. This attack does at least 10 more damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. But what's really cool with this Dondozo is that there is a Tatsugiri. So this Tatsugiri, their ability is that retreat directive. Your active Dondozo has no retreat cost. So that's pretty cool. Like, this goes from 3 to 0, so you are a tank. You can set up your second one, and even if you get like Cyrus back up, you're only losing 1 point here. So having like this Tatsugiri out here, being able to do this Ocean Cyclone, damage the bench as well, is like a pretty like 1-2 punch here. And yeah, it's only Rain Splash. You're not really using this to attack. You're really using this for this ability, so using this as a means to set up your water Pokemon. Pikachu EX, Thunderbolt, 3 energy. Let's see if we can make it happen. Palma here is pretty new as well. If this attack is in the active spawn is damaged by your attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. So this is Lightning's Poliwrath. Yeah, this is Lightning's Poliwrath, but they made this better because there's no retreat. So like you have, so like, hold on. You can do some crazy things here, right? If you have 2 energy, you could send it to the old Raichu that discards energy. You put the 2 up with Surge, and then there you go. There's 3. So like now you attack for that high damage, which I believe was like 140 from the Raichu. So like that's pretty sick. Kind of like a little card combo here in order to build something else like that up. That's good. I mean, 140 Palma is in here fighting counter attack. That seems pretty sweet. Abracadabra, 1 energy to attack. I would rather do that than the current one that takes 3 energy, so that's pretty good. We have Alakazam, Psychic Suppression. This attack also does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any energy attached. So you're doing 80 up front, and then you're doing 20 to your bench when people are like stoking it up with energies. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like the switch up here. So like it's not determined on how many. They just need at minimum 1, and you're doing 20 to them and attacking the bench. This is a great way to set up a Cyrus or anything else like that you need. This is clean. I like this. I like the it's like thinking about this, like having stage 2s with like these additional effects, right? Like you need a little bit of oomph behind them, because I gotta play 6 slots instead of 4 slots for a stage 1, or 6 slots versus 2 slots for a basic. And so like make it worth my while here. And for being just like a non-EX, this is pretty good. Drifloon into Drifblim. If you're going first here, this is pretty sweet. 1 energy for 40, 90 health is pretty nice. Gimme Ghoul. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage. So this is like Psychic's Doug Trio, but it's a basic though, so that's pretty good. Well, but you don't get to attack here, so I think that's where you get that off. Machop is 1 energy, 20, 1 retreat. We like that retreat cost. This is like pretty good. The other Machop has 2, so like only having 1 here is really, really nice. Machoke is, you can do up to 60 damage if you flip heads. I would rather stick with the other Machoke. I like consistency for 50. Hitting low, doesn't feel good. So like I want to get that 50 damage. It's still the same amount of energy too. So like I feel like there's not that big of a change there. And this Machamp, if this Pokemon has 2 extra fighting energy attached, this attack does 50 more damage. That's pretty insane. You're doing Machamp EX damage for 4 energy. So these are pretty cool. I mean, I like... Oh, we got the Wooper here. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Look at the art down here on the bottom. Love that. And then, so that's what sets up Clodsire. That makes a lot of sense. This gets poisoned. Now this is poisoned. Arbok is poisoning, folks. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. And... here, poison coating. Once during your turn, you flip a coin. If your heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. This is like the similar way that Hypno attacks anywhere. Like you could just do this from the bench. But what's really important to know here is that once they're poisoned, you can't flip a coin to get unpoisoned. So they have to retreat here. So that's really nice. The only really like thing that like kind of stops this is obviously if you're running Lumberry, but like who really runs that, or retreating or evolving. But I like this poison coating, this setup with our Clodsire here. Tingatunk, I heard things about this Goldingo. This Goldingo is so funny. Flip a coin for each steel energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 50 damage for each heads. So Steel has their own Celebi. They have their basic Celebi here. I do like that this is like you need 3 energy to attack here before you can even start going, because it's a stage 1 first and foremost. So you still need to evolve it, but 2, it still plays into this like it's only giving up 1 point where Celebi gives up 2. But if you really want to make use of this, you kind of like pair it up with Dialga. Dialga gets weakened because it's trying to ramp and do all these things. But I mean, you use that Metallic Turbo 2-3 times. That has 6 already. It's loaded up. I mean, that's pretty strong. All right, we have Rattata, Raticate. Pretty simple here. Wigglytuff. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. Do we like that? Do we like that? We like that. This is what we wanted Cresselia to be, honestly. Healing that 20 damage from your active Pokemon is huge here. So like this can just, again, sit on the bench and you're just getting that 20 passively. You do need to find a stage 1 here. Shaman still feels pretty good in this kind of piece here too, because you still get that 10. This is 20. Find yourself like a big wall here, and like this can go pretty well. Let's see. Oh, Licky's getting a normal version of itself. There's 3 energy to attack here. Banary and Lopunny, 30 for its attack, but it has a high HP of 100. I kind of liked the other Lopunny. It's 20, but you do 10 to the back because again, you're softening things up so that way you can bring them right back on in here. Cyclizar, during your next turn, this Pokemon's over acceleration attack does plus 20 damage. Oh, so it goes 20 and then 40. I mean, Farfetch. This is Farfetch. You're just doing 40 damage after the second turn moving forward, and you have 20 more HP on top of that. I like this a lot. Farfetch is a really good card because you can slot it in anywhere, and this is a colorless with the colorless attack as well too, so you can slot this anywhere as well. I mean, that's pretty sweet in terms of that. And now I think we go into the real winners, like the supporters here. I feel like they go crazy. So I don't know. Feels like is a staple for any stage 2 decks. So like, you may play only one supporter during your turn. Oh yeah, that's the whole thing. But each player shuffles a card in their hand into their deck and then draws that many cards. So you're playing your stuff out. You're looking for your stage 1. Whatever the case may be, you Iono, then you get the cards, and then you continue to build up. And I really liked the fact that this is going to make stage 2 mons a little bit more consistent. You attach this with Pokemon communication, and the fact that now there's more draw power, even though it's still random, and it's not like directly searching for something, this still gives you that many more at-bats as like at a mulligan, at a chance to get that, which then means since you have more opportunities to, your chances of getting that card you need are higher, and therefore making your deck more consistent and more playable, so that way you feel good running those stage 2s and not feeling embarrassed because you can't draw it next, right? So this is great addition to the game, and since that's helping you, it may disrupt what your opponent is doing, it may not. It's all about timing and needing the right cards at the right time, and we'll see how well this does. I find that red card in Mars oftentimes helps me there, or like keeps things neutral, so we'll see how this goes, but using this as a way for you is huge. Pokemon Center Lady, heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon and recovers from all special conditions. There's a lot of poison now out there, and this could be really helpful if poison starts getting picked up. Arceus is still a very strong card, so it might not get picked up or ramped up really quickly, just because like Arceus just doesn't get poisoned, so it really negates that whole effect there. But Pokemon Center Lady is only healing 30, just 10 more from potion. But what's nice is that you are not Pokemon Center Lady is not just for grass or just for water energy. It is literally for any card. Any card can get healed 30 damage that turn. So this is really cool to have this as an addition in here. And then red, we've seen red during its attacks used by your Pokemon do plus 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. We are in a heavy EX meta currently, right? Like your top decks are Dialga, Arceus EX, and the Mew. All 3 cards that are up front are EX cards. On the other end that's doing well, Darkrai and Weavile EXs. You got some Palkia and Starmies, and therefore, and then like Glade has popped up. And then you have like the Rampardos Lucario that was just like all non-EXs, but now that we have a Lucario EX, maybe those decks look to fill that in as well too. So red feels pretty good here, and having that plus 20 rather than just that plus 10 can come in handy. And then Team Rocket Grunt. Hey, you like flipping coins? Because this is the card for you. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Like, this is so like you. Let's say you are going first. They then attach just one energy, and then you go. They like get to attack you, but then you like just get one heads, and you reverse who got first energy advantage. And now you're evolved, and now you get to attach the energy, and now you get to keep going from there, and now they're a step behind. Like, just getting one heads here, like as early as like that beginning part is just extremely disruptive, right? The Pokemon is all about tempo. Pokemon is all about getting your energy where you need it, and having a means to get to like negate 2, 3, maybe 4 turns worth of preparation to put yourself in position to win is massive. So like this card here is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. My evaluation of this is pretty strong. So we'll see where this lands, how often it gets played in tournaments and like all those other things, but this is feeling pretty good. And then like those are the cards. So like now we get the full art, which is like, hello, that's awesome. You're like on a tower and whatnot, looking at the flowers. Weasel here is just trying to cool off in its own room. Like it's like having a little break here. That's so fun. The Tatsugiri is in the Dondozo's mouth, and then you have like your other Tatsus, but like it's like, I'm chilling. You ain't hurting me. I'm good. I'm good. And then the Grafferai, like this art is sick. Look at the painting on the walls and like all of that as well. And then we got the Gold Dingo, who's just surfing money away. Just like real happy, enjoying the breeze. And do we talk about this? So now I'm like fully understanding where this image is coming from, because I've just seen this all over and people are like, ooh, a little scary. And like, this is really funny because it's just not like the others. Like one of these don't belong. So that's really funny. We have our 2-star art as per normal. Like the 2-star arts go really hard. If I had to like pick my favorite one, I like how they look. I really kind of like the Tinkaton EX. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like this looks pretty fresh. The full art trainers are so dope. And then you have your rainbow rares. There's 4 of these. So I like this one the most. I think. Pokemon Center Lady goes hard. I really do like this like pastel pink into the blue here. Just kind of like reversing the colors of like the pink here to the blue dress. I kind of like that touch there. And then we have Pikachu. Pikachu goes hard. I got this. Look, they seem cozy. This seems doofy, which is hilarious. This looks like straight out of like maybe Steven Universe, but like this goes hard. This goes hard, and like that, it feels like it's hitting you with Thunderbolt. Like that's what this art looks like. It's doing the move. And then here is our new immersive, which like that is a whole different art style, and they're probably stepping it up once again. I can't like wait to see what this. Oh, we actually have the video here. Okay. Wow. Okay. They cooked with that. I like that. It definitely freaks me out for sure. And like that's the whole point of this thing, right? So I like that a lot. And then we have our shinies. Ooh, wait a minute, hold on. We have, oh no, why is this the crown? I am not opening this up. And it looks like I'm gonna have to open this up with pack points. Oh man, it's probably gonna be the first crown that I buy, but I'm literally going to be using this in like every single deck, so I feel like that's worth it. But it's gonna be such a grind. But here we are. But here you go. Like, look at the shinies. These are the collections that you're gonna get. Do they? Oh, they have a shiny Beedrill EX, shiny Charizard EX, shiny Wictrillo. Dondos is its own card, so it doesn't need one. There's Riolu, Pachirisu is its own set. The room. I'm really curious to, like, again, I would love to like know how do they pick these and like kind of go from there. There's also like promo cards that we'll get shinies for, and I think it's this. No, let's see. Here we go. We got 2 shinies here. I'm not sure. We got the Cyclizar shiny that's also coming, and the Mewtwo shiny as well. So we'll see how those come about and everything else. But here, yo, like, this is the set. These are our thoughts. There are some really great cards here. I think the supporters are like going to be it and do really, really well for this meta, like, right? Like, this is where these are the cards you're gonna see everywhere. In terms of like strong cards and effects, still think cards like Giratina EX will do well to stand alone. I think Beedrill EX is gonna be a standout deck in here. In terms of just like having fun and seeing where things go with cards, well, Trio EX seems like really, really solid, and so does this Goldingo. Like, let's see what like Steel can do here. But yeah, yo, let me know, what is your favorite card that is out here for this set? Would love to know your thoughts. I appreciate y'all watching this video and hanging out for this discussion, and we'll check in a little bit. All right, y'all, until next one, peace.